All right. What's up, guys? You know what it is. You know who it is. I just did a live Twitch stream. I decided I'm going to do a Facebook stream as well. If you were deciding on coming to see it, if not, we'll take it from there.
Hey, sorry, I have to quickly change.
Okay. So, dividing and conquering, breaking down macro goals in order to complete the task at hand is something that is crucial. While there is a bigger picture goal we want to achieve, the way to get there is to create smaller steps, building in difficulty, skill required, and that will create long-term success. Macro goals are the end game. How we get there is a different story. We can develop a plan by breaking down what is required of us. I'm going to use the squat, for example, on how we break down a macro goal into smaller goals and create success. With the squat, our ultimate goal is a barbell back squat. It allows us the greatest expression of strength because of positioning on our back. But with this comes one of the more difficult versions of the squat, falling only second to the overhead squat. Core, hip, and upper back stability are key in the squat, along with mobility of the ankle to create a solid position at the bottom of the squat. If we do not have it, we will not complete the lift, or it will look bad and no one will know how you completed the lift. So micro step 1. Look at the basic movement of what it is we are trying to do in a low intensity environment, and the intensity here is weight. So first we must look at the body weight squat. What does this look like? Do we have a good chest position, good position with the knees, with stability through the hip, good midline stability through the motion of the squat? If we have this, we can move on to the next step. If not, we must develop that further, and that will be with either a box or a kettlebell. So next, micro step number 2, developing a foundation of the squat and finding a way to load the squat in a safe position. The kettlebell allows us to find a good position at the bottom due to counterbalance and weight. From there, if you're good to go, the next step will be add weight by using a kettlebell and holding it in the goblet position. This will tax our upper back and thoracic spine by holding the weight in a specific position, and this in return will develop the area and demand it to be stable. This will translate extremely well over to the back squat for that very reason. If you pass this test, we will then move on to the double kettlebell front squat. If not, we'll just stay and develop that further through the goblet squat by changing tempo, variation of it, weight, things like that. So micro step number 3, the double kettlebell front squat, which is slightly more demanding on this area. And for this reason, it requires better mobility and movement through the movement overall to complete it. From there, we will go to the double kettlebell front squat, and this will add a varied position of the kettlebell to our squat, making us keep 2 kettlebells in the front rack, further developing that upper back musculature to do its job and resist force through the range of motion. This movement adds the kettlebell front rack, which will give us immediate feedback if we are leaning too far forward. So if our torso is leaning forward, the kettlebells are going to fall out, or we're going to get that rounding of the upper back. If we pass this, then it is time to move on to the back squat. We've broken down the squat into 3 micro goals. So strengthening position from the beginning of the basic air squat to adding weight in a safe position with the kettlebell goblet squat and taxing that upper back to double kettlebell front squat. And if you have passed these goals, then you will have reached your macro goal of the barbell back squat. Just like anything else in life, if the main goal is to complete a bigger task, we need to find a way to break it down step by step in order to get there. Divide and conquer, and you will succeed. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Peace.